All right, there we go, guys. It's back. Oh man, so it's pretty nice out actually, not too bad, but other than that we are hanging in there. So hopefully you guys are kind of waking up to the fact that anybody involved with the World Economic Forum is not for you. They are totally against you. Just ask your wallet. And the pressure is going to continue till we get these people the hell out of office, and hopefully in handcuffs. But I'm not holding my breath there. But more and more people are waking up, which is great because it puts the spotlight on these folks. And they're having their big powwow in Davos right now, so they're going to come up with their little mandates or scheme for the new year here. And like I said, they keep talking about a cyber attack that's going to shut down everything. Now guys, if you've been following the news, you know Canada and the US had a situation with the airlines where everything was grounded because of a so-called corrupt file on an update for their computer system. Now, can you believe that? Probably not. That's a how many $1 million mistake? Yeah, well, put it this way. Tucker Carlson was covering it on Fox News there on his show, and basically what went down is some kind of ransom because if you watch the program, they had an airline shut down nationwide in the US. We had one similar in the Canada. What was it, only a few days or a month later. And something similar also happened in the Philippines, I believe. That's what he said. And most people kind of looking into it said, well, there's a lot of scams online with Bitcoin and such where they hold ransoms up and you pay them in Bitcoin. So Tucker Carlson looked into it. Oh, Bitcoin shot up 20% during that period. So obviously the government had to pay somebody some Bitcoin to get access to their airlines again. Isn't that wonderful? If you've been watching the news, guys, travel is for the dogs lately. It's so many issues with airlines, luggage, baggage, canceled flights. It's just nightmarish. It's making actual airline travel ridiculous. I think it was ridiculous 10 years ago with all the checkpoints and the blah blah blah. But now you're better off driving most places if you can drive to places like that. But some people aren't that lucky and they have to fly and they'll have to pay for it. So traveling's pretty much out. And then the cost of everything on top of that. Yeah, if you can afford to travel, I guess you don't have to worry. But yeah, seems like a total nightmare to me. So I ain't going anywhere. Just working and relaxing when I can. But I'm off today, tired, but I'm out for a walk anyways, getting my vitamin D in, and not too shabby today, not too much cloud cover, which is fantastic. Hard to get too much sunlight in the wintertime, but is what it is. So yeah, how are you guys making out with your bills? I know our natural gas bill jumped up quite a bit. It was like $300 for a month. We did have a blizzard in that month, but that was only for at most 3 to 4 days. The first 2 days was horrific. We had to turn the gas fireplace on because the furnace was cycling like every 5 minutes, and our house is pretty insulated and up to date. But when you get a blizzard that's continuous for 48 hours, 72 hours, you got to do what you got to do. So the furnace at home was cycling every 5 minutes. I turned the fireplace on and left it on to cycle for 3 days at least, and that solved that issue. But a lot of people, you know, their gas bill would have jumped right up, especially almost like they knew that storm was coming, and they're like, yeah, you know, let's put that carbon tax on there, jack it up. And then when everybody gets their bills now after Christmas and the holidays, with all the other bills on top of that, that really puts the screws to everybody. So, you know, and it's funny, online, or on the news actually, the mainstream news is still saying we're not in a recession or depression yet. Yet, when I look around, there's a whole lot of people not out in the stores, not doing this, not doing that. So who's telling the truth there? It's looks pretty grim. So I think we've been in a recession, even during the past election and the whole 9 yards. Even though, because they're just fixing the numbers, that's all they do. Spin the numbers, BS the numbers, BS the public, until they're ready to release that and go from there. So we'll see what happens. That's basically all that's going on so far. I'm waiting to get a personal credit card because I want to separate that from the business card, keep everything separated off, and then I can start buying some stuff again on Amazon. Stuff I have on my wish list there for the projects around. Definitely gonna be doing the aquaponics because one, I'll be able to get my feet wet in that. Two, I'll be able to grow food or whatever at home. Pretty great looking food too, by the looks of these setups. And you know, three, it's not gonna cost a whole lot to run these things. Though I am going to probably look into buying just a cheap set of solar, just a solar panel, a couple solar panels maybe, and a cheap battery. I already got the MPPT and everything else, and make up a little system where I can recharge my lithium packs and run the aquaponics system entirely off the grid, and then I won't need, you know, another addition onto my utility bills, because I'm kind of stuck where I'm at the moment until, you know, we get a housing crash or something. But it's still doubtful in the cards, they're saying. So we'll see you guys in a bit.